to Mercury retrograde. Now, if you are not familiar with Mercury retrograde, let me put you on, because this is an astrological happening that happens a couple times a year, and it disrupts communication, travel, technology, and it's really important to be aware when this happens. And it's happening right now till about the last week of July. And this is a time where you should not buy electronics because they will undoubtedly break. Travel plans often get disrupted. Your communications get disrupted. Like, this is the time when someone's talking shit on text about you and that text accidentally gets sent to you. So you shouldn't do that ever. But weird technological glitches, appliances breaking. Definitely don't buy any electronics. Don't buy any cars. I was working on that. I had to put that on hold. But so now that you're aware, awareness is everything. Don't sign contracts. Like, if you're looking at a house, just push it back to the end of July, because literally 9 times out of 10, something will go wrong with it. Like, the contract will fall through. There's something wrong with the house. There's something wrong with the car, cameras, what else? Any other electronics, literally anything. I mean, I just got a new camera and the universe told me to wait even to buy the SD card for it. So this is serious business. All right, now let me tell you this weird one that happened to me today. I'm submitting a poem for this lovely Philly art zine called Collide. And I went back and looked at my last submission, and I'm trying to add the new poem onto that one. And it's saying it's owned by somebody else. So my poetry, my document on my Google Drive, owned by this woman named Katie Dempsey, who I do not know, but also happens to be a Philadelphia resident. So I've had so many weird Google Drive things happen with Mercury retrograde, or in general, because this also is attributed to spiritual warfare, which is a whole nother topic that we can get into at some point. But if anybody's a Google Drive expert, let me know how to get that back. I emailed her and said, kindly return to me the ownership of my poem. But while I was looking at those, so it's funny because the two are both channels, spiritual channels about dogs, from a dog's perspective. So while I was doing that, I figured I would let you hear these poems, but also let you know about this weirdness. If you had some weird Mercury retrograde happenings, let me know. You can just Google it too to know when it's happening. And I will try and remind you guys, because it's super important. Like Mercury retrograde, for example, is a lot of times happens in September when iPhones come out, the new iPhones, and everybody knows that iPhone always breaks and you have to buy the new one. But isn't that because maybe they always release it during Mercury retrograde? Something to think about. So anyway, this is the most recent one. I had a client and their dog passed away, and I felt called to channel from the dog. And I thought it was going to be something beautiful, uplifting to pass along to her. And it was not, but it was very insightful, I think, into a perspective on dogs' feelings, like their awareness, and how we can probably be better parents. So this is a dog's elegy from beyond the grave. Mom, you won. I'm finally done. My life was over when you kicked me out the door for wearing a diaper. I could have knifed you for the shame you gave me, because you could have lifted me up. But this is the real teacup. It's a good thing when mom doesn't get another job. She's nothing but a hog slob, back and forth from the stove all day, and no time for me to play. Dogs need more than treats. They need love. We don't get any from above. We have gods in the 3D, which frankly is too big a responsibility. Bestowed on these narcissists, voting for pets should be a thing. They can tell you what's going on better than your Ring doorbell. Pet dom is just another level of hell. Be blessed. You can ring your own bell. You have us neutered and spayed so you can hoard us in the house all day, eating up muck. Please wash the fucking doggy cup. Yeah, so little bit salty there from that doggy. And I'll just read you the other one. This one I channeled last year when I was in LA, and it was this Frenchie I saw in the dog and in the dog. That's another Mercury retrograde where you can't get your words out. Communication is disrupted. So there you go. All month long, you have an explanation for why your words won't come out right. Blame it on Mercury, the planetary ruler of communication. Which this poem is appropriate beginning. It's called Frenchie. When they say cat's got your tongue, just means you need to pop your pussy. Have some fun. A tongue is a gun. Frenchie in the park is not feeling that bark. Tortured soul in life and death. Puppy mill owner got his fill, surprising the pup with a swift kick in the butt. They know he's ill, but don't know how to heal. Incense and sage to take the evil spirits away. It's ingrained since his last death. Pedro went to a motorcycle club death. It was a gnarly scene, know what I mean? There is no in between, one life to the next. You don't even know that you missed a breath. All this talk of the light is just super consciousness coming in for a bite. Yeah, so I've also been channeling for the baby turtles lately and learning a lot about reincarnation. I think I shared with you guys the one, it was a mama turtle that I had, and she got run over in my driveway and she passed away, but the universe assured me she would be eating dog food the next day. So she went from turtle life to doggy life, which I think was an upgrade. And they all may just be levels of hell. So there's a new perspective on the afterlife for you. I will read that one for you as well. Her name was Serafina, and honestly, it was so traumatic having this turtle die in my room, but the local wildlife center would have euthanized her, but they couldn't do it till the next day. And the other advice I got was just to let her go in the marsh. But spiritual guidance on that was that she would be eaten alive by parasites. So I made her as comfortable as I could and let her pass here. And I think sounds like she got an upgrade. So all in all, all's well that ends well, I guess, right? Let's find it. Bear with me, guys. A little Mercury retrograde poetry hour. Here she is. So this is the channel poetry about this turtle that passed. Divine transmission. Oh, my darling Serafina got hit by daddy's beamer. I thought I could heal her. Poseidon tried to take her heart, but it was saved by my strength and my love, thanks to our God above. I think I'm a vet. I'm a doctor, very special. I unlocked my true potential. That was a tough one. But like I said, they assured me she went to her dog's life. And so who knows? I have shared with you guys that my little healing pet turtles, and I've channeled for them too. And it turns out one of those, which I shared with you that other day, is my grandfather coming for emotional, spiritual support and to tell me something. And another one is a friend from long, long ago that passed away of cancer. So hopefully that enlightens your perspective a little bit of where you go after you die, because who knows, you can live this life multiple times, like this life in this time period. I've also had clients that I've channeled for that, you know, have lived past lives in Egypt. The thing that you think of when you think of reincarnation and past lives, but what we don't think of is that you've done this one. This might be your fifth or sixth time making the same mistakes over and over again. So we're here to find the destiny path, not the fated path. Your fated path is where you live a rerun, Groundhog Day again. But the tricky thing is till you wake up, you don't know what you're doing. So that's where spiritual readings come in, where we can tell you what is your destiny path, what is your potential, how to get on that path, what karmic ties need to be cut, what toxic habits do you need to drop. Sometimes you need to move. A lot of times it has to do with relationships, but it's different for everybody. What did you sign up for? Are you here for true love? That's mine. Are you here as a light worker to make a difference? And it can be multiple things. Did you sign up to have kids? Did you sign up to heal the world? Did you sign up to heal somebody? Did you just come here to break a karmic curse? So that's what I have for you today. Again, this is your friendly reminder. Mercury is retrograde and it is full effect this time. So things are breaking. Communication is disrupted. Travel plans may get delayed. Don't book any travel plans during this time if you can avoid it, because most likely it will get delayed. And do not buy any big electronics. No cars, no computers, no cameras, no dishwashers. If you can avoid it. Now, if something breaks, obviously there's nothing you can do. My friend's air conditioning just broke the other day. So she had to get a new air conditioning. But here's the tricky thing is Mercury is retrograde. So you're not supposed to buy it during retrograde, but is she really going to wait the remaining 3 weeks for it to go out? No. So now it's like this trap where it'll probably break again because you bought it during Mercury retrograde. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. This is LP. Thanks for joining me. If anybody has any questions about Mercury retrograde or you want to book a reading, just hit me up in the DMs and I will see you next time. This is Pull the Panties to the Side, your spiritual edition. We're breaking taboos and sharing spiritual news.